Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. We are Ever Since 2012. We are your hosts. I'm Gianna.
I'm Melanie.
And today we are going to do a kind of like a rant video, if you will.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about concert etiquette today. I'm sure it is going to get heated. I'm sure it's going to get interesting. So, a little disclaimer that I don't know what my disclaimer is. I guess don't get offended. That's our disclaimer.
Yeah. We're gonna be talking about a lot about like our own opinions on concert etiquette nowadays. So please don't get offended. It's nothing personal. It's just as a crowd, like what we've seen.
And as avid concert goers, maybe some tips we can give to maintain a healthy concert environment, a stable concert environment. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting conversation today.
Yeah. I feel like
That's
it's
for
a big one
sure.
too.
Oh yeah,
Yay.
especially in like recent events of Taylor's tour. Concert etiquette is definitely needs to be talked about. So, if you guys are interested, keep on watching. Yeah, let's begin.
Let's just get right into it.
Let's just get right into it.
Let's just start.
First off, let's start with the basic definition of concert etiquette. In your own words, I'm like, this is a fucking college essay now. In your own words, describe concert etiquette.
Not
Love it.
I would say that's my definition. I would say not rules, but guidelines for like attending shows.
Absolutely.
That would be my little definition.
Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. What? You hit what's that saying?
You hit the
nail on the
nail. Oof.
I don't know, but my foot is peeling.
What's your definition of concert etiquette?
What you said. Exactly
awesome.
What you said. It's just rules, guidelines you need to follow.
Yeah, they're not like set rules, but like it's like a basis idea of like how you should act when you go to a concert.
Because
or like
nowadays,
any show.
Nowadays a lot of people like feel pretty entitled at shows. Like obviously it's one thing like to have your best experience possible because you paid money for these tickets, and obviously that's the whole point, is to have a good time when you're going to a concert. But lately I feel like with the rise of TikTok and TikTok like legitimately destroying the music industry, I feel like a lot of people kind of lost focus about the specialty of going to a concert. Like people just kind of do it for likes and to go viral and to just say that they went instead of actually buying tickets to have a good time. Like it's one thing if you're, I don't know, if somebody bought a ticket for you and was like, hey, do you want to go or whatever. But like a lot of people I've noticed have just like stopped listening to the artist's music like ahead of time and just show up and not know a single song. And I don't know, I feel like that should be a part of concert etiquette because people just go to like, I'm not saying everybody does this, but a lot of people like drink when they go to concerts, and if they like don't know a song, or you know what I'm trying to say, like a lot of people get kind of filthy drunk, I've noticed, like especially at the Harry shows.
Even like smaller artist shows, I've seen a lot of people just obliterately downing drinks and like shoving into people, and like that's not okay.
Like I'm already starting with a personal experience. At Harry, the first Love on Tour show, so 8/27. I don't want to like flame this girl because that's just not, I don't want to do that. But just for an example, there was a girl next to me who was like very obviously drinking, And Melanie was on the barricade at one point, and she literally turned to her and was like, "Can we take turns on the barricade?"
Yeah.
And like pushing you out of the way. And every time like I was trying to take a video, like she would flail herself into me and just like be obnoxious. And like I don't really have great videos because she's, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
being kind of rude. And it's like, really, you need to be aware of your surroundings and understand that you're not the only person who bought this expensive ticket and to like kind of be
Mm-hmm.
considerate to the people around you. And like, obviously, it's hard in Pitt to obey personal space, but kind of have like set boundaries.
Yeah, I think it's just the idea of like you're there to have fun, of course, but like have fun safely and make sure you're not like ruining other people's experiences
Right.
because you can control your alcohol. Which I get it, like it
Right.
happens, but like I don't know, just try to be
People,
mindful of other people too. Like it's not just your experience, it's also everyone else's around you. So it's like
mhm.
if you're like falling into
Plus,
people or like shoving and like it's just a lot for other people.
there's no like, there's nothing wrong with like drinking at a concert. Like, that's not what we're really trying to get at. But like, a lot of people don't know how to control their liquor and they don't know when to stop. Like, even at the Big Time Rush concert, there were so many girls underage drinking. It was so obvious. And this one girl, like, was obliterated. She was in pit too, and she walked out of pit and she just stood there and threw up. Like, she literally just looked around and was like all over the friggin' floor. And it's like, you didn't even try to go to the bathroom and fix yourself. Like, you literally were walking, you stopped, you stood there for a little bit, and then you just threw up all over the floor.
And that's a
Like,
big thing that's happening
right
in
in front of me, too.
shows. Oh yeah. That's a big thing that's happening in shows. Like I don't know what is going on, but at least this year specifically, I've just seen a lot more people fainting and like passing out and like throwing up and like
Hmm.
stuff like that. Um like at one show it happened maybe 10 times that I went to. And I'm like I get it if it's because like of health issues and stuff, but if it's because of too much alcohol, like I don't know, reality check maybe.
That and like I feel like people don't properly prepare for pit because there's such a stigma that if you don't camp, you're not going to get a good spot or like you're not going to enjoy the show. And we have a whole video on camping, so we'll link
Yeah.
that in the description. So definitely check that out because we got heated there too. But yeah, there's just a huge stigma over like camping and I'm over it. I'm so over it. One thing though, here's I guess a little camping update. I absolutely adore Mohegan Sun for this. At the time of filming, 5 Seconds of Summer finally released their tour dates. Finally, can we edit in the cheers? Um, Mohegan Sun is the first date, and they are doing a strict no camping policy. So you aren't allowed to line up until 1 hour before the doors open. And I just think that's because if you guys aren't familiar with Mohegan Sun, it's a casino as well. So it's really not safe for people to camp. Um, but I'm just really, really happy that they're implementing that. And I hope that they actually enforce it the day of the show because it's obviously going to be the first one. Nobody's going to know like what's going on.
Yeah, I
So
was
it's
gonna
going to be
say I
chaos.
wouldn't. Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna enforce it because I feel like a lot of venues are like, "Oh, no lining up, like early, blah blah," but then it happens. So I'm like, I wonder how
Because,
they'll do
yeah,
it.
because it's a casino, I feel like people are going to find ways around it. Like,
Yeah.
technically, we weren't supposed to camp last time either. We also have a 5 Seconds of Summer vlog on our YouTube channel, which will also be linked. Um, hmm. Yeah, so we technically weren't allowed to camp, but we got there early and we just stood outside like because they have two entrances to the arena from the casino. So the main entrance you weren't allowed to camp out like or wait around in, I guess. But the second entrance, like there was a little bit of leeway because it wasn't directly like in front of everything. So we were able to wait at the second entrance of the casino of the arena, I'm sorry. And it was fine. Like we just couldn't sit. That was the only thing that sucked. We stood
Oh
the
yeah.
entire day and we got there at 9 a.m., I think.
Mm.
So that was tricky.
Yeah, that was a tough one. But that's why I'm interested to see what they do with this tour.
Oh yeah.
Um, what was I gonna say? I feel like okay, here's one that I feel like a lot of people say is bad concert etiquette, but like I don't think it is.
Okay.
Singing really loudly.
Oh my gosh, yeah, not at all.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people complain when because they say like, "Oh, I'm not here to hear you." You know what I mean? But
I mean,
I don't
I'm in
know.
my bitter
Have
era,
fun.
so I can understand like where people are coming from, but like that doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
Like I understand the thought process, but like you're totally wrong. You know what I mean? Like I understand
I
how some
get it.
miserable
I
person
get
can,
it.
yeah. Like I
But
understand how
no.
some miserable person can understand that, but I like will never understand not singing and dancing and like having your best time.
Yeah. I'd rather people be singing and dancing and having fun rather than just standing there like with their arms crossed, like mouth
Right.
shut, like
Because
so
then
I'm
that
like,
gives the artist a boost and it gives the
yeah.
artist like a certain energy and they'll want to come back. Like they won't dread coming to. I'm surprised 5 Seconds of Summer are coming back to Mohegan Sun because they
I was
always
gonna
say like
say.
that's one of their favorite venues. But last tour, they like the crowd gave them nothing. And I was so disappointed because like our group in the lower level stands were like, yeah, like hyping them up. We were going crazy. So crazy that we literally got an interaction after the show.
Hmm.
So I knew I'm flustered. Um, but no, yeah, seriously though.
Yeah, Ashton full on called us out. Like
Yeah,
Mohegan Sun. He called us out.
yeah.
He was like, you something like you think you're the best, but not there, or whatever. I don't know.
Like when he said that, we were
Funny.
dumbfounded. We were like,
I was like,
we all looked at each other and gasped. We were like, what did he just?
and then I went to Boston the next day and Ashton said we were like one of the best crowds, and I was like, redemption era.
Yeah. Mohegan better pull the hell through because I'm
Yeah.
not dealing with a floppy show this time. I will literally carry this entire arena on my back if I have to.
We
That's
will be there and we
we
will
should
literally I feel like I don't know. I'm just excited.
we should go
Which
live on TikTok and try to get tickets together.
we should wait, that's a good idea.
Like live stream buying 5 Seconds of Summer tickets.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
One thing I wanted to mention about concert etiquette though, that's kind of in the most like recent term of events is and also kind of ties in with camping. I know we touched upon this in our last video or episode. Camping for merch, ridiculous. That
Uh,
absolutely needs to end.
mm-mm.
Absolutely needs to end.
Yeah. I'm like you
Absolutely.
it's just and I think what bothers me the most is it's people that don't have tickets
Right.
that
That are
like
scalping. They're like literally
yeah.
there just to scalp and sell them on eBay.
Yeah. There's I don't know if just to update you guys, but there's been people that have bought like boxes of Taylor merch, and the blue crew neck specifically has gone up on eBay for literally like thousands of dollars. And it's just like,
Yeah.
why? Like, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that could be prevented by like, I don't know, showing tickets before you get to merch. But also, like,
I
I
was thinking about that
understand.
and like I don't know. Do you think like people would make just Photoshop their tickets? Like people
Yeah.
would just make fake tickets to get merch. So I don't even think that would work.
Yeah. I think that's a tough one though, because I just haven't seen merch buying be this bad. And like I get it, it's Taylor
Yeah.
Swift, but like
And well, you got to think about it. It's really like the TikTokification
yeah.
of the music industry and the glorifying of concerts. And there's now like a new era of young adults, young teenagers glorifying the fangirl days, like 2013. And I'm like, that was our era. Like, we're old.
I'm
People
like,
are
wow.
glorifying our era.
I'm like, we've been doing this from the beginning.
Right.
No, like I'm happy to have more fangirls in the biz, but I I think TikTok does bring people that are in it for the wrong reasons, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, for
Like
sure.
no actual dedication to the band or artist, but dedication to clout more like.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, I don't know. There's
What
like
are
a
your
mix.
thoughts? Oh, sorry, you weren't done.
No, I was just finishing statement.
Oh, sorry. It was
No, you're
lagging a little
good.
bit.
You're good.
Um, what are your thoughts on phones? Like recording the
Mm.
entirety of concerts, like especially in pit or in just like phones out in general.
No, this one's a tough one because
Mm-hmm.
I like I tend to have my phone up for at least a verse and chorus. No,
Mm-hmm.
at least a chorus because I feel like I don't know. It's just nice to have the chorus, but I won't do it for every song. But I feel like moderated phone use is important. Like I
Mm-hmm.
do think it's nice to be in the moment, but also like I'm someone that forgets really easily. So like
Me
I like
too.
of it, but also like you don't need 100 videos of the same thing because you're not even going to go back and watch them. But for people that do, like it's good to have them. I don't know.
Absolutely. Like I always try to record at least a verse in the chorus as well, or
Mhm.
like the bridge in the chorus. Like it just depends
Mhm.
on what like is my favorite part of a song. Or if I'm like die hard obsessed with the song, I'll record the entire
Mhm.
song. But yeah, I don't know. That's why like I'm in this bad habit where like I have to go to at least two shows of every single concert I go to so I can enjoy one like fully in the moment and then have videos that the next show.
Mhm.
Because I also forget super easily. And if I like am focusing on trying to get a good video of like one of my favorite songs, I'm not present in that moment. And
Mhm.
that is really like irritating to me. And I love the trick that we did with the Apple Watches.
Mhm.
I made a video on it on my TikTok back in during HLOT 2021, but we'll
Mhm.
have to do it on ever since 2012. We're no gatekeepers here.
We've got all the tips.
Yeah, so we take our Apple Watches and we record the entire concert on voice memos and it doesn't take up any storage at all. Like I have every single Harry show recorded on my Apple Watch start to finish. I have The Weekend, 5 Seconds of Summer. I think you have Halsey.
I think so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
should. And then yeah, I um haven't been wearing my Apple Watch to concerts only because it's been dying and like ugh, I regret it every time I don't bring it.
I know.
Yeah, like I
Sometimes it
have
like kills
nine,
the look.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have like 9, 10, 5 Sauce Boston, 5 Sauce Mohegan, Wallows Halsey, Ash, Louis, Billy. Like literally all of these are
Hmm.
concerts.
And it doesn't take up like anything. It's crazy,
I know, I thought it would take up a lot of storage, but it doesn't.
but it really doesn't. So there's a new trick for you. Follow us on our TikTok at underscore ever since 2012. There it is.
There you
Oh,
go.
I have my favorite one. I will say I don't listen to the voice memos often, but I did it just so I didn't have to keep my phone up the whole time like at my
Yeah.
shows. But my favorite is Harry Ween. Like that's the one I will
Hmm.
always go back and like listen to. Like I'll be driving in the car sometimes and when I don't want to listen to music, I'm like I'm just going to listen
Yeah.
to the audio of Harry Ween because also
Yeah.
it's funny to hear your commentary and like your shock
Hmm.
cuz when he played Medicine and Toxic, we were like oh my God. Like it's just so funny to
Yeah.
hear your reactions like looking back because that's something like I don't know, I forget easily as well. So that's not something I would have
Yeah.
remembered if I didn't
I
have my
am,
Apple Watch to go back and listen to it.
yeah. I go back. I literally have like Harry Wean Medicine and Toxic and
Yeah.
Kiwi. But it's literally good to have because I don't think I had my phone up that entire time. I think maybe I have one video and it's not even good, but I still have like the voice recording of the entire thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, eh. And obviously, like, I think if you're stressing out about taking like, videos or pictures at a concert, like, just know they'll be up online. Like,
Right.
obviously, it'll suck that it's not your video, but like with TikTok, vacation, whatever, there's going to be videos of your show online.
Right. And I think that's the
So,
whole thing. Like people want to get viral on TikTok and they want to like experience like their moment of fame. So they'll record
yeah.
every single moment of a concert or like they'll be live tweeting social media or they'll like, you know what I mean? Like people are just so focused on getting clout and focused on all the wrong reasons of going to a concert where they won't sink like fully soak in the moment.
Yeah. And like thankfully there's still like fangirls that are there because they actually love the artist, which is good. But with a lot of bigger
Definitely.
artists, it's getting a little harder to distinguish who's actually there for the artist rather than
Exactly.
just to flex.
Yeah.
I like to
Absolutely.
flex my concerts just because I love the artist and I'm like, yeah, I'm
Yeah. And like we see really cool people. Like we see
here.
people who are hard to see. So that's like
Yeah.
one of my like favorite things to do is like take a I don't know, like take a couple videos here and there just to be like, I'm there.
Hmm. Yeah. Um,
Um, I Googled like concert etiquette and we literally hit like everything.
I know that I've been looking at it. I'm like,
I'm like,
here's one we haven't
what?
talked about.
What?
Yelling things at the band.
Ugh, or throwing things.
Hmm.
That has got to stop. I think there's literally nothing more disrespectful than like I don't know, messing up somebody's set or screaming things and throwing things. Like, I just think that's so. Like, what if somebody did that to you at your job?
Yeah. I think especially like during the like emotional speeches and like they're trying to talk and stuff. Like at Gracie, she poor thing, she was talking and like saying thank you for being here and stuff, and people were like screaming at her. And I'm like, no, like just let her talk. Because
Didn't
then other
something
people
happen
can't
at that
hear her.
concert? Like, wasn't like, I feel, no, was it Gracie? There was one concert in Boston that everybody was like, yeah, this was like the worst show ever.
Oh, that was Nessa.
Oh,
Undoubtedly,
okay.
that was the worst show I've been to in Pitt. That was terrible.
Because I
It,
remember like going on TikTok and Twitter and everybody was like, that show was awful. And I'm like,
yeah,
damn, the whole community is like collectively
yeah.
agreeing that.
Like I posted my little come with me to Nessa Barrett vlog and
Mhm.
whatever. But literally all the comments were like, it was terrible. Like Boston, like do better. It was so bad. And it's literally it was a combination of all the things that we've talked about, like yelling at
Mhm.
Nessa, like and then people getting too hammered. And literally there was a 16-year-old that was hammered right next to me. And she almost started fighting with someone because she was shoving her way. And she was like, my friends are there. And I'm like, so I literally almost witnessed a fight. And then I think that was the show that there were probably 10 people that fainted.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was really bad. And even like Nessa was frustrated. I like there was one moment where she actually like I don't think it's at like people that were like fainting and stuff. I think it was more at security because security was taking long. But she just goes like literally in the
Oh
middle
my
of like
gosh.
them getting someone and I'm like, ooh.
Well,
But
that's gotta be so like embarrassing on her part too. Like
and I
you
think
rehearse all day and like you go to a new city and like it's not giving you what you want it to give. Like
yeah.
sucks.
And I think it's also like she struggles a lot with mental health. So like having to
Mhm.
worry about someone else on top of like herself too, it's like it's a lot.
Definitely, definitely. It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And it's
just
not
remember seeing from social media like how badly concert etiquette that
mhm.
concert was.
Yeah, it was really bad. Yeah. Which was really sad though, because like I've been following Nessa since literally she was just a girl on TikTok.
Hmm.
So I like really wanted to be there and like really wanted to
Hmm.
be close. And like I was pretty close, but like the experience just made it like ugh. But
Um,
she did amazing, but the crowd was just not nope.
I don't want to jinx it, but I don't think I had like an awful experience with like concert etiquette like that. Um, the only thing I can think of was like Harry, that one Harry show, like because I mean, I know it's like annoying when you're trying to take videos and somebody's like flailing themselves and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, bothering my friends and just that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think I had like a Oh my gosh, how about the Madison Beer concert?
I was gonna say maybe that one just a little
Maggie
bit.
Maggie Lindemann was not very happy, but people were also like kind of passing out and they were I don't know, there was like a huge major sound issue. So at one point we couldn't hear her and she was getting very frustrated. I don't know if it was with the sound people or the crowd or the security. I don't know what it was. But yeah, she was not very happy with the crowd. I think I have it on video of one point. She was like, "What the fuck?"
Sorry, my mom literally came in here and started taking my trash out.
Oh, you're good. It's garbage day here too. Um, yeah, I was just telling them about how Maggie was all pissed off. Like, I don't know if it was with the crowd or the sound people or security, but there's one point, wasn't she like, what the fuck? Or
Yeah.
like she yelled to like sing or something.
Yeah. What'd she say?
I
Oh my
forgot what she
God.
said. But it was because of the sound, we couldn't hear her. And we were
Hmm.
like, start over, like we can't hear you. And she
Hmm.
just like,
Yeah, I remember. We were like trying to tell her like your mic, like, and
yeah,
she just like didn't. But I don't know. That was an interesting concert. Castle Beer
yeah.
was good
Which sucks
though.
because like Maggie was really good. That was my
Yeah,
first time hearing her music and because I'm not I know she was from TikTok, right? I think.
I think so.
I like really don't know much about her, but
Yeah,
I really enjoyed her set and I liked her music a lot. But
I think she was a good opener. She hyped up the crowd.
yeah. Oh, definitely. It was just like kind of the technical errors and like a couple people were passing out. It wasn't anything major, but and they also had
Mm.
no water like at all in
Yeah.
that pit. And Toad's Place is a death sentence, like a literal prison trap. If you guys aren't like native Connecticutans, you would not know like how scary Toad's Place is.
Yeah, Toad's Place was an interesting one.
That's
Um,
for sure. It's something somebody's got to experience at least one time in their life
Toad's Place.
because it's a fever dream every single time I go.
Get to go visit Toad's Place, everyone. You have to. It's paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one I haven't seen, but it's listed on this website that I'm on. But making out, I haven't seen anyone making out at a concert, and I hope I don't because
I don't think I have either.
yeah,
Not that I know of.
I was
I don't
like,
know.
you do
Most of the
you, but
times,
I hate PDA.
I do too. No, I'm a PDA hater as well. I just like don't really pay attention to my surrounding areas when I'm in a
Yeah.
concert. Like I'm pretty focused unless some I totally just remembered like one of my worst concert etiquettes. Oh my God. Experiences. It was
Mhm.
Ariana's Sweetener tour at Mohegan Sun. It was the first I went to two shows. So the first time I had the worst time of my life. Like
Ooh.
Ariana was amazing
Mhm.
and her set was amazing. Everything, the show was amazing. But the girls next to me were so awful and so mean. And I've been to like concerts alone before. I would like at Mohegan where my parents were in the casino and I just went to the concert alone. I've been doing that since I was 10 years old. And
Yeah.
I've it sounds crazy, but I've been fine. Like I made it here.
Okay.
Um, but the Ariana show, the Sweetener show specifically, was like a whole different breed. Like the girls next to me didn't know any of the songs. They were also drinking, but they weren't like obliterated, but they didn't know any songs. They were yelling at me to like move over, even though I was standing in my seat.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally they turned to me and they were like screaming in my face. And like a bunch of people, I was like when I was leaving, you had to pass by the merch booths and I stopped just to like look over and see what like merch options there were because I didn't buy merch at the time. Like I wasn't sure if my mom got me anything or not, so I was just looking at what they had. And like an old lady with her daughter gets in my face and starts screaming at me that I caught her in line. And it was like I was fully, when was this? 2018. I was like 15 years old.
Yeah.
So
It's like, why are you fighting, Grandma? Like, why?
yeah, like why are you fighting a 15-year-old just simply waiting in line staring at merch? Like I wasn't cutting you, I wasn't even getting anything. So
Yeah.
that was frustrating. But no, yeah, the girls next to me, and especially because I was alone, like I didn't have anybody to talk to in the section, threw me off. Like that was probably concert etiquette wise the worst I've seen.
Yeah. I think Mean Girls are really making their come up like
Oh yeah.
recently in concerts. Like Taylor, I heard, has been really bad with people judging others because of like the crazy outfits that they wear and like
Hmm.
stuff like that. Meanwhile, they
And I
don't
don't
know half
know,
the
like
songs. So it's like,
that kind of makes me nervous because we're going as a big group for Boston. There's a lot of
yeah.
us going. So I mean we're not all sitting together obviously, but because like me, you and Camille have the nosebleed seats
Mm.
as of right now, manifesting we get upgraded. But
For now.
we have the nosebleeds and I don't want to like because we're still gonna have the best time of our lives. It's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Even if we're at the well, we are. We're at the very like sky. Like we're with God.
Yeah,
We're like
we're there.
up there. Yeah.
We're close.
Um, I'm still gonna be having like the best time ever and singing and dancing and screaming and
Yeah.
taking some videos and all that. But like I don't want to disrupt the peace of other people, even though I shouldn't like that shouldn't be a fear. But you never know who's gonna turn around and be like, "Shut the fuck up." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because a lot of
That's
people have like said something about others singing, but it's really because the crowd around them isn't singing, so like they're
right.
put on the spotlight. Oh, I
And
hope
that
that.
just like that brings the mood of the section down when like the section's not giving any energy. I don't know.
What's what's your opinion on people liking the artist but not necessarily knowing every word?
I think that's totally fine. I mean, I don't see like the big deal about it, but if I don't know, I feel like upper level seats are there for a reason.
I think I don't. How do I
I'm not
word
against it, but I'm not like
that?
I love it. Like obviously,
Yeah,
because
I'm trying to decide how to word it because I don't want to
I'll
seem
admit it.
like
I've been to concerts before. Oh, my microphone just okay.
I was
My
like,
microphone unexpectedly on me. Um, no, I've been to like a concert or two before where I wasn't familiar with every single song, but I still like had a great time. Like I
yeah.
danced, I recorded during those parts. It was 21 Pilots.
Oh my God. My face. Ever
Nah, I
you
can't what
think?
you think. It was a great show. There was maybe like a handful of songs that I didn't know.
Mm,
Well, I knew the songs, but I couldn't like sing the lyrics back to you, if that makes
yeah.
sense.
Like, I think verses are totally understandable because there's so many verses, so many lyrics that
Yeah.
like you listen to on a daily basis. I feel like choruses are like super popular bridges. Like
Hmm.
if you don't know those, like not like you shouldn't be there, but like at least jam out. Don't just be
Yeah.
like
Right.
the whole show, but like at least have fun
Right.
and like jam. I just I don't know. There's yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like knowing Taylor's entire discography, as an example, um, literally 200 plus songs. That's a lot of songs. And like
Yeah.
I understand not everyone's gonna know every single lyric of those 210 songs. You might, but not everyone is. But I think you should just know the general like you should know some songs. Like there's songs that
Hmm.
you can't not know, you know?
That's why it blows my mind when people don't study the set list beforehand. Like, how are you just going to
Mhm.
go in dry and not? Like, what if there's a song you don't know and you didn't like prepare for that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll never forget when I saw Camila for the first time solo. Um I always skipped the song in her album Inside Out. That was just one of like that song. It was just not for me. I wasn't a fan of it, but I had to learn it for the concert so I didn't look like a fake fan. So I listened to that song on repeat and I was reading the little lyric books that come inside CDs and I forced myself to memorize every single word so I didn't have to awkwardly like stand there during that song. Wanna love you
Yeah.
inside out.
Um, yeah, no, I agree. And I like looking at the set list just because I like being prepared.
Mm-hmm.
But like with Taylor, like as another example, like it's just easier to do Taylor because like she's
Mm-hmm.
literally on tour right now. But like with the surprise songs, like not every artist does that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the real test.
It gives me anxiety.
I
Like I don't
know.
like when I have a love-hate relationship when artists switch up the set list.
I get so scared because I'm like, you don't know it yet.
Or like what if it's a song that you're not really like in love with and
Mhm.
like a song that you skip all the time.
And then I'm like, if I'm not singing along, then I feel like people think I'm being fake. Like I'm a
Right.
fake. Like that's why I don't tend like you said, I don't look at my surroundings when I'm at a concert. Like I just try to focus on the artist. But like obviously if
Hmm.
someone's shoving and pushing, like I'll be like, okay.
Right.
But so I don't really notice when people are singing and when people aren't singing.
Hmm.
Um, but like when it's me, like I feel like all eyes are on me, even though I don't do it to other people.
Hmm. No, I
But
totally understand that. It's like an anxiety thing.
yeah,
I totally get it. But then there's also like weird people who like will record you and put it on TikTok and be like, this person doesn't know the words. Why are they
yeah,
here? Or even
yeah.
like I totally understand during the pandemic, like when people would pull their masks down at concerts and like people would record them and put it on TikTok, funny. But that would send me into a literal spiral because at the Long Island Harry show, I
Hmm.
felt like I was going to pass out because of how hard I was going. And it was
Hmm.
so ridiculously hot in that fucking arena. And it was like the energy was, it was there.
Hmm.
Like top tier energy. One of the best shows I've ever been to in my entire life.
So
But
good.
holy shit, I could not bear with my mask on during that show.
Hmm.
Obviously, I
I
wore it. Oh my gosh. I don't want to
yeah.
sound like I didn't wear it, but that like I was so petrified that somebody was gonna like see me pull my mask down to take a sip of water and be like, oh my god, she's not wearing her mask. Like, let me go put her on TikTok.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's where a lot of like fear comes into because you feel like someone's gonna record you and be
Yeah.
like, "Oh my God, look at this girl," or like even like
Yeah.
with outfits or like singing songs. Like I
Hmm.
don't know, people could easily be like, "Oh my God, look at her outfit," ew, and stuff.
Right. Right. Or send it to like your friends. I don't know. It's just not
Yeah.
that makes me kind of nervous. Like we went hard at 910 as well. HL at 910. Like
Yeah.
we barely recorded anything. We simply like went fucking crazy. And one of Melanie's friends sent her a video where you can literally see us dancing and going absolutely apeshit. It's funny. It's literally one of my favorite videos of all time.
Oh my God, that was so good. But I was glad that she took that video because like, well, she didn't take it of us, but we were just in the background because she was directly
Mhm.
across from us. But I was glad that she sent me that video. But then on the other hand, I'm like, what if someone recorded us, put it on TikTok? We won't even know. And they're like, why are they being like this? You know,
Because we
like
were
it's
going
just scary.
crazy. During satellite, we're spinning around. Like you could probably see our big heads in like people's videos of us going like this, spinning around in circles. And during Daydream, we were like that.
You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We had fun.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, of course. That's all that
obviously
matters.
I don't like disturbing people. So like if someone were to
Hmm.
be like, "Hey, like could you put your arms down?" like they're dead.
Yeah. And I'm
But
also horrified of confrontation. So if you're like, shut the fuck up, I'm like,
I'm like, "Okay."
yeah. I'm like, I'll back off. I'm sorry.
I'm like, "Zoop."
Yeah. Out the
Um,
door.
but yeah, I think we talked a lot, but I feel like the main general point is just have fun, but be cautious and take into
Hmm.
account other people and don't be mean girls. Don't judge.
Yes. Please.
Um,
Because I've also been seeing like a lot of people being like, "Oh, Harry fans always have to dress up at all these concerts now," and like it's so annoying. Like, let people wear what they want and have fun. Like, I personally, even before I saw Harry in concert, I always dressed up for shows. Like, I
Mm,
always went out and bought a new outfit because I don't know, going to concerts is like personal to me. If that makes sense. Like, I
mm,
love just acting like a main character and like a brand new person when I go to a concert because like you're in a room with such a high level person.
mm. I always
So
go
I
above
always
and
want to look and
beyond.
feel my best. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I was for 5 Seconds of Summer back when they did Sounds Like Feels Like. I think that's what the tour was
Oh
called.
my God, I wanted to
They
go to that tour so bad and I couldn't.
I wore a fedora because that was like Ashton's thing back then. And I got so many dirty looks, but I'm like, I'm dressing up. I don't even care.
Yeah.
So I wore a fedora.
I've probably gotten my fair share of looks. But I actually started a series on my TikTok 2 years ago, rating every single one of my concert outfits,
Mm,
and
I
I
saw.
never finished it. I have to
Uh
finish it. Like it's on my to-do list that I have to do.
yeah, you
But
should do it again. That was
because
fun.
it's some of my outfits are kind of funny, but some of them kind of slayed.
A lot of your Slade. I don't know how
Thank
if you've
you.
had a bad
Thank you.
outfit.
I
I
sure did.
am having a bad Taylor outfit. I think I'm thinking of changing it.
Why?
It looks like too much.
I don't think so at all.
I
I
don't
love
know.
it. I love it.
I gotta
I
think
think
about it.
I don't want to like expose your outfit, but
Yeah.
like the legs part is my favorite part.
Yeah. I know I love
I
it,
love that.
but then it like doesn't mix with the dress like too well. I
I
don't know.
understand
I'll
what
have
you're
to think
saying.
about it.
I mean, I think you just got to style it first. Do your
Yeah.
hair and makeup with it and see how it runs. And if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. But I
Yeah.
don't even have an outfit for Philly yet. I like have the idea in my mind, but I have to order it, and I just like can't get myself to order it because I'm waiting for a discount code.
Mm.
That's not here yet. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I've got on concert etiquette. Do you have anything else to add?
No, me too. I think that's all I have. I feel like concert etiquette is such a big thing now, and like we had to bring it to light because I don't
Oh
know. It's
yeah,
just been something
definitely.
that's
With the whole concert trend on TikTok now, people think it's
mhm,
trendy to go to a concert. It's really important to
yeah,
understand and be
yeah,
aware. So,
correct. Obviously, not everyone thinks that, but just there's people out there. But
yes.
you know, and again, our opinions are never personal. So
Mhm.
if the shoe fit, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Me when
hey,
I'm not, me when I'm being serious and then not serious.
hey,
Um, I can never be too serious without cracking a joke. But
same.
no, yeah.
Um, well, my computer's on 7, so I think we're
Oh,
gonna wrap this episode up before she dies on us and we lose everything.
yeah,
So,
we gotta go study.
oh yes, we both have exams tomorrow. Fantastic. Um, Thank you guys for listening to this week's episode. Tune in to Ever Since 2012 on all podcast streaming platforms. Every Monday, we upload at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. You can follow us on our social media. Our TikTok is at underscore ever since 2012. Our Instagram is the same as our TikTok at underscore ever since 2012. Our Twitter is at ever since 2012. And our YouTube channel is ever since 2012. So please like, subscribe, and share on there. And you can find us on all podcast streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and
That's it.
that's it. Our link
I
tree
think.
should be in our bio or one of our Instagram, like our social media accounts.
Yeah.
One of
Instagram bio
them.
or check out our Anchor and
Yes,
you'll
that's
find
what I was
everything
thinking
there.
of. Anchor. Yes. So thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next week with a new episode.
Adios.
Bye.
Oh.